today we are going to break down the most important adult report card you will ever get, your credit score. And we're going to treat it like a game you can absolutely 100% win. So let me ask you, what's the most important grade you'll ever get? I can tell you right now, it's not from high school or college. No, it's this little 3-digit number that literally has the power to decide what kind of car you drive, where you get to live, and maybe most importantly, how much of your own hard-earned money you actually get to keep. At its core, a credit score is just a trust score, but for money. Think about it like this, right? If you lend your friend your brand new video game and they bring it back the next day, perfect condition, you're gonna trust them. But what if they bring it back 3 months later covered in Cheeto dust? Yeah, you're probably not letting them anything ever again. That is exactly how banks. Okay, so if this is a game, the first thing we have to do is understand the scoreboard. Let's decode what these numbers actually mean.
So the whole scale runs from 300 to 850, and honestly, the easiest way to think about it is with school grades. Anything above 750, you're an A+ student. You're basically a financial unicorn. A score from 700 to 749, that's a solid A. And this right here is like the VIP pass that unlocks the cheapest version of life. Now, if you're below 650, it's not the end of the world, it just means there's some work to do.
And who's looking at this grade? Oh, pretty much everyone who deals with money. Of course, you've got banks and credit card companies, but also landlords who are checking if you're a reliable tenant, car dealers, even your phone company might peek at your score before they hand over that shiny new iPhone. All right, now for the good news. This score, it isn't magic. It's not random. It's a recipe with very, very clear rules. So let's pull back the curtain on the 5 secret rules of the game. And like any good recipe, it all comes down to the ingredients. Once you know what they are, and this is key, how much of each to use, you are in complete control of the outcome. And here they are, the secret ingredients. Now I want you to look closely at this. What's amazing is how much weight is on just 2 things. A massive 35% of your score is your payment history. Simply, did you pay on time? And another 30% is your credit utilization. How much of your available credit are you actually using? Get this, together, that's 65% of your entire score. So let's just recap those rules in order of importance, because this is crucial. Number 1, by a long shot, payment history. Number 2, right behind it, credit utilization. Then you have number 3, how long you've been playing the game. Number 4, your mix of credit, like cards and loans. And finally, number 5, how often you're asking for new credit. Seriously, if you just master the first 2, you are already most of the way to winning this game. Okay, so we know the rules of the game. Now let's get to the most important part, the playbook. This is your winning strategy, and I'm going to break it down into simple, actionable moves. It really does boil down to this. The winning moves are so simple. Pay every single bill on time. Keep your balances low. Keep your oldest accounts open, even if you don't really use them. That history is like gold. And please, don't apply for 5 different credit cards in 1 week. The losing moves, they're the exact opposite, and they basically scream risk and desperation to the entire system. Let's just zoom in on that second rule for a second, because this one is the silent killer of so many credit scores. The golden rule is to keep your credit utilization, that's your balances, below 30%. So if you have a $10,000 credit limit, you never want your balance to go above $3,000. Why? Well, because using too much credit makes it look like you need the money, which ironically makes lenders trust you way less. Stay below 30% and you look like a financial rock star who has it all under control. And what about rule number 1? Well, listen to this. Nothing, and I mean nothing, matters more than paying on time. A single payment that's just 30 days late can torpedo your score. It can drop it by 50 to 100 points instantly. And that one little mistake, it acts like a stain on your financial record that can stick around for 7 years. So, why? Why are we playing this game? What's the actual prize at the end? I promise you, it's not just about getting a high score. The prize is very, very real. And this is where you really see what's at stake. Let's imagine 2 people, okay? Both buying the exact same $25,000 car. One has an excellent score, a 780. The other has a 580 and is seen as a pretty big risk. The bank is going to give them 2 very, very different deals. Over the life of that car loan, the person with the low score could end up paying over $15,000 more for the exact same car. That is not a typo. $15,000. That's the difference. That's money that either stays in your pocket where it belongs or goes straight into the bank's profit margin. And that right there is the ultimate prize. A good credit score isn't about getting more debt. It's about making your entire life cheaper. It means you pay less for your car, you pay less for your home, you pay less for everything in between. It is the ultimate defensive weapon for your financial life. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Just treat your score like a valuable tool. Give it what it needs, water it with on-time payments, give it room to breathe with low balances, and just watch it grow. If you master this number, you're not just winning some silly game, you're building the future you want.